Welcome back to the We're Woke podcast. My name is Demetrius Brooks, and today I got my guest, Chris. Chris, what's up with you, dog?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Doing all right. Let the people know where you're from and like what's your background.
All right, y'all. So, my name is Chris, but in these internets, I go by Po. I got a show called PoPolitickin. I'm from Mississippi, but I've been in San Diego, the Oceanside area for like 20 years. I was in the Marines 2004, and then I got out, stayed out here the whole time. So I think about 2008, I started doing my podcast. So I interview a lot of rappers, comedians, self-help people, few porn stars, few pimps, few players.
You said some porn stars too?
Yeah, I had Sarah J on my show. I
Oh
had
shit.
Carmen Hayes. I had Kelly Divine, like Nina Mercedes. Yeah, that shit be like, I used to like doing that shit, but then once you talking to them, it mess up your whole little, because they can't talk, they be stupid. You be like, damn, you kind
Right.
of better if you don't talk to them, and you ain't missing nothing talking to one of them.
No, I ain't want to talk. I just felt like this shit interesting just to be able to
Yeah,
talk to like
yeah,
different type of people, different backgrounds. That's what's up, shit.
yeah.
Uh, so you say you've been doing podcasts from like 2004, right?
Well, I started 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
For a minute though. Like, what made you want to get into podcasting?
Actually, man, we was like, so me and Pierre Leo, we used to be rapping and shit. So we started off rapping. Then I think I kind of started managing people, and I was managing this one guy out here, but he wasn't really doing what he supposed to be doing. But I was managing him, and I was like going through MySpace and shit. I just saw somebody saying you want a radio show. So I was like, fuck yeah, I want a radio show. So I worked with that dude. Then that dude interviewed Suge Knight. So once I started working with him for a little while and I saw he started doing it, I just branched off and started doing my own shit. So I was with him probably like a good year. And I just started doing my own podcast after that.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. That is what's up. All right, so what I usually start the show off with the quote of the day, and it's usually like a quote I seen on Instagram or something that just it stood out to me, something positive. So the quote of the day is focus on doing more of what you love. And like to me that just mean like I talked about this a couple times, like just like for example, like working with a job and stuff. A lot of people work 10 to 12 hour shifts and shit, but 9 times out of 10 they get on social media you to see how much they hate their job. I'm sick of this. I can't wait to become rich or want to do this and do that and stuff. But like my grandma always told me, like you gotta do something you love, even like when it comes to a job, like why not find you a job that you good at and that you enjoy going to and getting off from, you feel me? Like how you feel about that?
Shit, I had quit my job a couple months ago. I was like, fuck
Mm-hmm.
that job. Yeah, I couldn't do it no man. Like I said, like what I do now, like the podcasting, I just couldn't do the regular job no more. I couldn't work on somebody else's shit all day. So I quit my shit and I did it 3 months. It's still kind of like I'm still in the beginner stages and I'm still working on my checks and shit, but I still like doing this more. Work doing this is more fun. Now I just gotta work on making more money from doing this. But
Right.
yeah, you don't want to be working. Even if you do got a job you don't like to do, like you said, try to find a job you want to do, or at least have a passion outside where you can get out of that job, where it's just a job and you go to something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you on that. All right, so as far as my next segment, I talk about the bars of the day, and that's usually I try to go off. I want to say some of the music that we didn't listen to, like up in the locker and shit like that. I try to go off music that I figure that you like and shit. So I'm gonna just say a couple of bars from their shit, and you tell me if you know who the rapper is.
All right.
So I know I'm reading this shit. All right, so he said nigga want to start shit, but they know they can't finish. By far, niggas want to go to war, but they know they ain't winning. Fixing to keep this bitch jumping like a motherfucking second line. Ben Bowden and I'll be rowdy, and you gonna know about mine. Second rhyme. No limit chain around my neck, so check and respect the sign. Y'all want to play, but I guarantee that you won't play a second time. Who is that?
Well, I heard no limit, so
Yeah.
it gotta be. It ain't sound like no P. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, how diverse sound? That shit sound like Silk. It sound like Silk. How that shit was rap. Yeah.
I still rap. I ain't want to rap it because it had been too obvious, but yeah, that's still.
But I used to like Silk though. Silk, like, I was a big No Limit fan. So yeah, I used to like that shit, man. I grew up bumping that No Limit hard. I almost got a TRU tattoo. I just didn't get it, but I was close.
Man, he said I was
I
close.
had even on my show, I interviewed the dude Moby Dick, Beats by the Pound.
Yeah.
And I had Fiend on a few times. So then I had actually one of them guys from Sons of Funk, but I ain't got P yet. Once I get P or fucking Silk, I'll be happy.
Let's say you get P, you made it, shit.
Yeah, I was shit. Even not P, I rather interview Mia X too. I like Mia X. She kind of behind the scenes now.
Right. So what she be doing now?
Cooking.
Like she still making music and shit. Like I mean, producing.
You're cooking all the time.
Oh, okay. Damn. Okay. Hell yeah. All right. So you said you was telling me do you watch sports at all? Like basketball and shit? You watch that?
Man, tell you the truth, I watch the thing I watch the most is wrestling, boxing. Then I'm starting to watch UFC. I'm watching basketball now, but it kind of be on. I kind of don't really be watching it all the way.
Right.
Then kind of football, I'm kind of letting football go. Like even before, like I kind of started letting it go. Just after like when they started all that kneeling shit and Kaepernick, I started letting it go then. Like I just don't. And then the main thing about football, I don't like no more the hits. How they took all the hits away and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that shit now. It's worse now. Now you got everybody just dabbing at people's knees and shit.
Right.
So I don't like that shit, but I still watch it. But like I said, main thing probably the boxing, UFC, bare knuckle boxing, wrestling.
Oh, you fuck with bare knuckle too? They be having a lot of people from UFC going there getting knocked out.
That shit be looking scary as shit though, man.
For real.
They got
boy out here there too, right?
Huh?
They got women on there too now. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah. But I'm saying, I live right off the base. I live right off the back gate. You was in Marines?
Yeah.
Did you go to Camp Pendleton?
Yeah, I was in Camp Pendleton.
You know where Popeye's at the back gate?
On the back gate?
Yeah, about Popeye's and that Berto's.
Yeah.
I live right there. I live right down the street.
Oh shit, you right out the corner then.
Yeah, that shit cool though, but man, I'm sad. I live right there.
I miss being out there. That was my last duty. I mean, I went to boot camp there, and then that was my last duty station too. Up in Camp Pendleton. All right, so all right. Well, I just wanted to point out a couple of things as far as like with sports. So they were saying that the Washington football team, they just hired the first black team president. So that was like something that's like big in history notes for today. Was them with him being the team president or whatever. But I was looking at like the backlash. Like with me, I look at all the sports. I watch football. That's my main sport to watch. But I look at the comments and shit on social media. You feel me? And I was just reading like how it's crazy, like how people just be getting pissed off that we got a black team owner now. But they
never want us no positions of power. You know, they want us to be the players, but they don't want you to be the owners or the coaches and none of that shit.
Right. And that's what I was trying to say is like, bro, the NFL is at least, I can say at least 70, 80% of the league is black people. So how can you be like, if they know the game, if they winning you the games, you mean to tell me it's not one black NFL owner out of all this?
But I'm saying even the other thing too, like even take it back, like even I was talking about the players, they still be trying to act like the black quarterback is like slower than the white quarterback, so smarter than the black quarterback. It's still that shit going on. Like it's still hard. Like Lamar Jackson, like why was it was hard for him to get drafted? Like look at that shit. Why was it hard for Mahomes or Russell Wilson? So they still doing that shit. You know how many black quarterbacks got overlooked back in the day? Like Warren Moon.
I can say that.
Charlie Ward didn't even go to the league. He should at least made it to the league.
that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? They got that stigma. They even think you can't. We ain't smart enough to be the leader of the team. They still do that shit.
But we can.
Look how they did Cam Newton. That shit was crazy.
I think
ain't no way you're going to sign a 1-year deal and you got these other quarterbacks that Mariota got paid.
And he's garbage.
Yeah.
I know he is with the Titans. Titans my favorite team, but yeah, Mariota is trash. I don't even know how he getting paid, but man, you said it right though. Like that's how that shit is, man. So you said you watch UFC?
I was gonna say about that Washington situation though.
Okay, yeah.
I already see what they're doing though. That's why I was kind of like, that's why I was kind of trying to mention yesterday. You always kind of got to look behind the scenes when you see shit. Man, they got that black quarterback because they about to go through some shit. You
Right.
see all them fucking claims and shit and fucking sexual harassment suits about to come through. So that's why they got that black fucking, he about to be like kind of like the scapegoat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They like, oh, we got a black quarterback, black whatever. But nigga, y'all about to get it. They about to get it, man. They had all them sexual harassment cases and everything. So
Yeah,
I want to see how that go when that shit happen.
Yeah, we'll know real soon when this damn season start back up.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
they trying to like that's a deflection. That's what they doing. You just bringing them on just to they about to get it.
Yeah, I mean I can see that shit. All right, so did you catch any of the UFC over the weekend?
Yeah, I was watching. Yeah, actually, I got a small little story. One of my neighbors out here is like real good coach, for instance, Stipe. She's from Ohio, and she used to train him.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so like a few of his fights, she been out there in Vegas after party with him and everything. So, but that shit was funny, man. One time Stipe was fighting, I think he was fighting that dude Francis Ngannou. And then her husband, man, it was like, man, it's probably like, it's mostly white people. It say it's 20 people, so it's like 17 white people, but it's like 3, 4 black people. Man, all of a sudden they start fighting. Then he was like, "Oh man, hit that black." I was like, "Damn!" So, but she divorced that dude. She ain't like that, but yeah, but that's her homie though. So every time they get ready to fight, I hit her up like, "Yo, your homie about to fight." So I actually kind of like him. Like I don't like Cormier, and the only reason I don't like Cormier because I like John Bones Jones. So
right.
He's whooping his ass. Every time I see him, I was like, man, that dude had you crying and shit.
that I ain't gonna like DC my favorite heavyweight though. Like he's my favorite heavyweight, but when Jones had him crying and shit, like that shit is embarrassing. Like he cried like a bitch that whole fight. As soon as he got kicked in the head, like that shit was embarrassing, man.
But I was like, man, even with that the fight with Stipe, he did get poked in the eye like motherfucker.
They both got poked in the eye.
But I think Stipe just like, man, I'm gonna get his ass back because I think DC did that shit in the second fight too. But I was like,
he tried to do that shit.
I was like, man, he wasn't even. I was like, man, I knew that's his last fight, but he was out there looking crazy, man. He wasn't in no shape at all. No. That's a big ass gut. Like he just looked really sloppy compared to Stipe. Stipe was slimmed up.
He dropped that. It looked like he dropped about 10, 15 pounds for that fight because he had a big ass head and his body looked little as hell. And then DC over there looking like he just got back from Popeyes or some shit, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I think if he was in a little bit better shape, he could have got that fight.
I think so too.
Getting him.
Yeah. And then he kept on, I don't know if you seen the first time they fought, but what he did, like he clinched him. He clinched him by the head and hit him. No, he hit him with one of these, like dropped down on him. But he tried to do that whole third fight, and that shit wasn't even phasing Stipe. Stipe was eating them bitches, man. So I salute Stipe. I think he's definitely like he'll finish top 5 like all time heavyweight because he didn't beat pretty much everybody. He even beat Francis. Ngannou.
I know who he ain't finna beat though.
Who that?
John Bones Jones.
Hey, for real. If he come up there, I think he can beat him because Jones is long. Like Stipe 6'4". Bones Jones like 6'5", and he throw leg kicks. He throw a lot more leg kicks. If he do that to Stipe, and Stipe can get close to him, it's gonna be over with.
Yeah, I think Stipe actually a firefighter.
Yeah, he is. They said
he is some real shit though. Cause I guess he had posted that thing on Blackout Tuesday, and then somebody was like, "Oh, you ain't black, you ain't gotta post that." And then he was like, "Nah, fuck that." He's like, "My daughter living in this world. I don't want her to live no racism." So he kind of stood up for that shit. Yeah. When I kind of stood up, he did stand up for it. I would say I saw that shit too. I mean, I watch UFC a lot. Actually, tell you some stories about it. My son, man, one of my stepsons, he started training UFC probably like 14 years ago. He ain't in it, but one of his boys in Bellator. And then I went to that UFC gym. I was training with that dude, Joey Beltran.
Joey Beltran. He on bare knuckle, I think now.
Yeah. I was gonna say that bare knuckle shit though, man. I remember I met one. I was telling you where I live, but I met one of my boys out there in town. He had a cut in his fucking eye. I was like, "What's wrong with you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm doing that bare knuckle." I'm like, "Man, that shit just cut you up too quick." That's why I was like, the thing I don't like about boxing is cutting. Once I start getting cut, I'll be scared. I don't want to get cut.
Yeah, that shit be looking nasty. Especially when they catch you like right over your eyebrow, that bitch be hanging.
I would say, I remember too, oh boy, the one they was trying to hype that mother big boy. He got his ass whooped.
Talk about that, Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, they was trying. They was looking for their star, boy. He got his ass ran through though.
But you see where he fucked up at? He is kept on trying to do them little check leg kicks or something they're saying and mess his calf up.
Yeah, oh boy was like, shit. Cause they was trying to say he got hurt. He was like, I was checking them kicks. No, he said that shit start hurting after a while if you keep checking those shit.
Yeah, cause I want to say like, was that maybe the first round? It looked like he tried to like run after him, but he like slipped, and that's when you messed up that first time. But then that second time, when he stood back up, you could see it on his face. He had that shitty face, like, damn, I done fucked up. And I seen somewhere somebody betted 40 bands on on Vera that night. Betted 40 bands, won 135K.
Yeah, I think they just trying to find them somebody, but he ain't it. They looking for their next Conor McGregor, but that dude ain't it, man.
And that's where most boxers go. I mean, most UFC fighters go wrong. As soon as they get to calling out the wrong people, you calling out the wrong people, or saying I'm the next Conor or some shit. That next fight they get their ass whooped. It happened every time, bro. Ain't nobody's been different. Even with DC, once he start talking shit about Jones, talking about some of your crackhead and stuff, Jones start whooping that ass every time.
Yeah, I saw Santos. He got his ass whooped too. That's when I think I turned it on. When I turned it on, he was getting his ass whooped. I was like, damn.
It was a good fight.
He lost a couple of them in the last couple of fights. Like he lost.
Yeah, he didn't. He had some big names though, but he didn't knock off some big names. So, but I knew old dude that I forgot what his name is. Rosenstrike, dude that Dos Santos fought. I don't know if you saw the last fight he had, but he fought Francis, and Francis put his ass to sleep in like 20 seconds or something, I think.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering why he didn't really call nobody out, because they was thinking he was gonna call him out next.
Oh
he was like, whoever they put in front of me.
hey, for real, like if you look at that shit happened so fast. He got dropped so fast. He don't want that fight. I don't think nobody want to fight him. But Stipe called out Francis, because he was like, shit, I'll fight his ass again. Because all he did was he just focused on the takedowns, and Francis' ass was tired the whole fight. So
you ever watch Bellator?
Yeah, I watched Bellator too. I just ain't seen no recent ones though.
I'll say the thing I be liking about Bellator, before this kind of all this shit happened, but the thing I liked about Bellator was the damn them tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I liked about them. But then they bring back the fighters. I like the UFC fighters they bring in always be the ones people like. Cause I like Ben Henderson. So I was like,
that's my boy.
Yeah.
When he came back, he started his ass whooped.
They had Rampage in there. I liked it. King Mo.
Yeah.
They had a couple people I liked. So they be having some good fights on there. So I always like watching I got wrong, so I watch a few Bellator matches when I can.
You know Ryan Bader?
I think he got both belts right now.
Yeah, he the double champ over there. So yeah, some of them do good over there. But like when Ben got there, I want to say the first two fights he had, they put him against monsters, and they beat his ass good.
They do that on purpose, man. It kind of like they be doing some WWE shit, man.
Like, so they try to shit on him.
Yeah, they always do that. They gonna bring you in. You supposed to be from UFC. They gonna have you fight their best fucking fighter just to shut the shit up already.
Let's embarrass their ass real quick.
Yeah, so nobody really came in there from the UFC really winning like that. I think Bader lost a couple before he came in too, right?
Yeah, he did. And then he just started going back to that wrestling shit, and can't nobody out wrestling really over there.
So who your favorite some of your favorite like fighters?
UFC fighters or MMA fighters?
All time.
I like Bones Jones minus I don't like people that like if they get caught with anything in their body that ain't natural. I ain't really a fan of him, but Bones Jones I fuck with him because I know he's a natural athlete. Just like with his brothers, they all done won Super Bowls and all that shit. You feel me? But I like him. You know who Stylebender is?
Yeah, he raw.
He a beast.
He gonna win. He got a fight coming up, right?
Yeah, he fighting Costa, but that
shit was funny. He was like, "You fake ass Ricky Martin."
Hey, he could talk all that shit, but he gotta get in that cage with that boy. That's a big dude, man.
Yeah, I know. He said you say I'm skinny, but I got accuracy. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if he can catch him, I mean that fight could go either way, but yeah, I don't know. Stylebender got to chill with that one. But who else? Um, I used to like Dan Cameron. I met him like 2 or 3 years ago when I went to my boy fight because he do MMA. So
Yeah.
I got to shake his hand. That motherfucker almost broke my shit. Then he got like a big ass silverback gorilla back. Like he a big ass dude.
He been fighting and wrestling his whole damn life. He been doing that shit since I was little. Shit.
Yeah, dude, for real. Who
He
some of your
started, he was on them original fucking UFCs and he's still doing that shit. He probably the only one from back then. He didn't start at the original ones, but he was probably on like 8, 9, 10. He started on them.
The first couple ones and shit.
I'm saying he's still doing that shit. So how long ago was that?
Yeah, it's been a minute. So who's some of your favorite fighters?
Man, I grew up. I like Shamrock.
Mm.
I used to like Shamrock, and then I had a love-hate relationship with Tito, man. Because the only thing I used to like about Tito, I used to want Tito to win. Because I know if he win, he gonna
do that.
Yeah.
On the real. Yeah,
So,
that's the only thing I really like. But he too cocky for me. I don't really like the way too cocky dudes. I don't really like them like that.
Then I like Rampage just because he knocked out Chuck Liddell last. I love that shit when he knocked out Chuck Liddell last.
Older than this. Got the hell at the moon.
And man, I was liking Rashad Evans. I kind of got mad that I think Rashad Evans was good, but then John Jones shut his shit down. But
he did Rampage like that too.
Yeah, he shut down all that shit. So that's why I love John Jones. Like he just messed himself up.
Yeah.
Man, you probably gonna be like, why you like that fool? But he was like, I thought he was gonna be good too. I think his name was like Josh Koscheck or something. Remember him?
Yeah, with the little blonde hair, the little
yeah. I thought he was gonna be hella good, but he didn't really do nothing like I thought he was gonna do.
You know where he fucked up at, right?
What?
When he fought, I don't know. You know who Paul Daly is? He used to be he on Bellator too.
He got kicked out on him, didn't it?
Yeah, remember because he after Paul got through winning, he went like this and he stole on his. No, Paul stole on him.
Yeah.
So like after that happened, like he went downhill after that. Yeah, but he is one of them top contenders though. I like him. And one of my other boys was you know who Clay Guida is?
Yeah.
He remind me of Ultimate Warrior, like the energy he brings to the ring, but he be getting his ass whooped.
That's how Diaz be doing. He getting his ass whooped too. Diaz
Sanchez, man, he the funniest dude. He funny. He is.
I like the Diaz brothers. And I kind of like dude now, man, but I knew he was gonna lose that fight though. But I like old boy the one George, what's his last name? The one that he like Kimbo. Yeah. They trying to hype him up like he Kimbo, I guess.
Yeah, nah, he ain't no Kimbo, but yeah, he fucked himself over. But Usman, he a different animal. If you can't out wrestle him at welterweight, so you ain't gonna win that fight. So shit, yeah, he wasn't gonna win that one anyway. So what I was gonna talk about is a little bit of boxing. I don't know if you said you watched boxing. They got Spence Jr. and Danny Garcia fighting September, sometime in the next couple of months. Who you think gonna win that fight?
Yeah, they didn't even know. I mean, it really. I'm going off pre-accident Spence. Spence. But shit, we don't know how Spence gonna be now since that accident. Ain't nobody seen him since the accident. So if you going shit, well, I mean, if it's gonna be an upset, this the time for an upset because he like I said, we don't know how he looking now. I know when I saw his fucking face, that shit looked funny.
Yeah,
he looked like he got fucked up.
Yeah, his shit look kind of fat and like it's messed up in some areas.
So then, like I said, he ain't been in the ring. I think Garcia been fighting still. So I mean, like I said, if it's old Spence, but shit, that's gonna be a good fight.
Right. See, I'm still going.
Garcia's coming with his A game. He know this gonna be a big fight for him to win.
You feel like he smelled blood now, but a couple years ago, they kept on asking him to fight Spence, and he been avoiding Spence this whole time. And I fuck with Danny Garcia, but when he said that he don't feel like Danny, he said he don't feel like Spence the best. Like, dude, he got the belt. You don't have the belt. How are you saying he's not the best? Are you calling out Keith Thurman and Porter and shit? Like he calling out the wrong motherfucker. Go to the.
Then he fought Mikey Garcia, right? Then Danny Garcia fight Mikey Garcia.
Yeah, Spence did. Yeah.
No, I thought then both of them fight Mikey Garcia. Let me look at Danny Garcia.
Danny Garcia, did he fight Mikey?
I thought he did.
No, Mikey beat up on Bronner.
Yeah, that's I like that fool.
I I don't think he fought Garcia. Garcia lost to Keith Thurman. Damn, who else he lose?
Sean Porter, and that's it.
Who?
Sean Porter, Keith
Yeah,
Thurman.
so Porter and Thurman, yeah.
Yeah, I
Them the
said,
only two
man,
losses?
Porter, man, he just a dog.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Danny Garcia. Yeah, like I said, if you going by, like I said, it should be Spence, but we don't know how Spence is gonna be moving. We don't know how he's gonna be, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a.
When they supposed to be fighting, let me see.
I think was it next month? Next month or a couple months from now?
November.
November.
So they're gonna be fighting. Hopefully, all these fights gonna be the same month. The Roy Jones, Tyson.
That shit about to be love.
But who you think gonna win that?
I'm going Tyson, man. I just feel like after I seen that interview when he said that he been feeling like a bitch all these years because he ain't knocked nobody out, and he got that itch back. Oh, that shit ain't safe for Roy Jones.
But only thing I just see going on, I see, okay, they like, even though they trying to act like they're in shape, they ain't in the best of shape.
No,
Roy Jones in way better shape than Tyson. So
he is because he's been more active too.
So I just think how many rounds they fighting?
I think they doing 8.
Man, he get him into 4-5 rounds. He got him. That's all he gotta do. Just dance around for 4-5 rounds. Tyson gonna get tired. Then he got him.
That little weaving shit ain't gonna work no more.
You think Tyson gonna? I mean, if you let Tyson when the fight first start, but Roy Jones don't even fight like that. Like he know he can't get hit like that. So I just don't see Roy Jones really losing, unless he just sit there and really fight him like that. But Roy Jones ain't fight like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the fights he loses when he get caught.
I say he done got caught with some nasty ones too.
Yeah, I think what happened to him, it was like once he got knocked out by Tarver, that shit just changed his whole life. But you know what happened? I don't think a lot of people don't know this. If you read Jay Prince's book, Jay Prince, Jay Prince is a boxing manager.
Oh, I ain't know that.
Box promoter. Yeah, he a box promoter. And then back in the day, before Roy Jones lost to Tarver, he was trying to set that fight up. And then Roy Jones lost to Tarver, and they couldn't do it no more.
Wait, he was trying to fit the.
No, but it wasn't even. It was like I think. Yeah. So it was like. He was trying to settle the fight between Tyson and Roy Jones before.
Oh, okay.
Roy Jones fought Tarver, but then it was like a split decision or something. Then he fought Tarver again, and he lost, so they didn't do the fight. But he got
knocked out both times.
Yeah. So then they didn't do it no more. But I think if you go to Jay Prince's page, he got an old picture of them together that he was trying to set that fight up. And they already had the mount set up and everything, but Roy Jones lost that fight against Tarver. Then I think Tyson lost too after that, and it was just whatever.
That shit have went downhill. Damn.
Then when they basing that shit off of too, I was like, man, if you going off, so what you going off of? You going off Tyson's last couple of fights, man, he wasn't looking that good in the last couple of fights. That's why he retired.
No, I'm just going off the power. I know that if Tyson get close on him, he can drop him. And I'm going off Roy Jones' chin. Because I know at some point he's gonna try to be Roy Jones. He gonna drop his guard, he gonna get to dancing around and Tyson can catch him. But I don't think he got that same power to drop Tyson.
Yeah, I think the best shit. I wish we can go back and bring that shit back to time.
When it's fresh, right when it's prime.
Yeah, had a fight when in the 90s. Like I said, when Jay Prince was trying to do it, I think they were still kind of old back then. But I don't know. I still like watching all them little old fights. Like I was watching that Tito, Chuck Liddell. I watch all them old fighters when they fight. I like watching that shit, even though they they ain't the same. I like watching. That's why I like that bare knuckle a little bit.
Yeah, that shit be
Chris
cool.
Eben on that shit.
I just like seeing him get folded on here.
Yeah, that shit nasty, man.
Right, so you checking out SummerSlam this weekend?
Man, who fight? I told you I don't even be watching the damn I just watch pay-per-views. I probably will, but who they got fighting?
Yeah, I was going to just go through the predictions. I was going to start at the bottom. So for the SummerSlam 2020, they got Matt Riddle. I forgot he was even on SmackDown. Matt Riddle versus King Corbin. That's gonna be the first fight.
Well, I like Corbin. I just think they ain't using him all the way right.
They ain't using him right.
I like Riddle.
Be more dominant. Like with most of the King of the Rings that used to win back in the day, like they was dominating everybody back then. You feel me?
I think every time that's how they always be missing out. But anytime you got, I guess it's more in common now. Anytime you got somebody with like a wrestling background, athletic background, sports background, You gotta use that shit because you can already get the people from the NFL. He's played for the
Right.
Chiefs.
He used to play for the NFL, right?
Yeah, but they don't be using them like. And then, yeah. He don't. And tell you the truth, man. I think he ain't in. He could be in better shape, man. I think that might be holding them back. Cause he just like kind of he big, but he lean. So I think that kind of holding him back a little bit. I think he was like swole.
Yeah.
Make him look more legit or something.
Cause he like 6'8" or something. You know, like that's like.
But he used to be big because he used to play O-line.
Right.
But yeah, he was big.
If he tone up, you know that's what Vince McMahon want. He want the muscle bound dudes on there. I
gotta give props to fucking I was like, man, they got yoked up overnight. Fucking Bray Wyatt.
Oh yeah,
Wyatt, I was like, goddamn.
Yeah, I just was on Instagram. I seen my boy Sheamus too. That motherfucker, he look like he a bodybuilder. I forgot that he be doing all that.
Oh yeah, man, no, he do some crazy shit. He got a tight ass show. You never saw his show on YouTube?
Mm-mm.
Man, you gotta go to his YouTube page. So
he be working out with people and stuff.
He work out with everybody, but it's like everybody he got all the wrestlers. So everybody he bring on, he do their workout.
Oh damn.
So I was like, man, that shit smart as fuck. Like, you see how how many workouts you gonna learn doing that shit?
On the real.
He do everybody workout. So your body ain't gonna be used to some of that shit. So they be breaking his ass down. So I think the one that I watched the one with John Truth. He had R-Truth. He had one with Cena. He had one with the girls. He be doing everybody, all the wrestlers, all the ones that, most of them work out. So he had most of them on the show, but he do their workout. They just be talking, doing the workout and shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check
I'm saying that shit probably got him right doing all that shit all day. And I'm saying all the workouts you getting and shit.
Mm-hmm. In the real. But yeah, with that fight, I think they trying to put Matt Riddle over now because all the shit he had coming from NXT. So I think he'll probably still win this match, but yeah, they ain't been using Corbin right for a minute now. What's the next match? I don't really watch the women's match, none against them. But they got Sonya Deville versus Mandy Rose in a hair versus hair match.
You heard about her, Sonya Deville?
I heard something about she got kidnapped or somebody attempted to.
Yeah, somebody got arrested for trying to kidnap her or something.
Fuckers be watching too much wrestling and get addicted. Like what the fuck?
I would say, man, Mandy Rose, that's like my little wrestling crush.
Mandy, yeah, right. She a fitness model too, I think.
Yeah, she right.
Yeah. The next match, I like this one though, because I fuck with my boy MVP versus Apollo Crews. This for the United States Championship.
Man, MVP like one of my favorites, man. Like I think I'm disappointed in WWE because he should have never even left them. He should have been them the whole time. They like I've been working. I was like, damn, because he was in Impact. See, the thing about it, him and Bobby Lashley was in a group of Impact.
I heard
it was a beatdown group. It was like him, Bobby Lashley. They had Kenny King. They had Samoa Joe, but they all like left at the same time, just about. They called it beatdown crew. So then that's why I was.
What about the Kenny King dude? He's still
he ROH. He had the belt. He got the belt most of the time at ROH.
Oh damn! Yeah, I forgot.
Right now he got the belt.
Oh shit!
He just lost the belt, but he like one of their top people in ROH.
Oh yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, but I'll be happy to see. That's why I was happy to see him and Lashley doing that now. But they should have never left MVP. MVP should have been there the whole time.
Yeah, I like MVP. So yeah,
even man, I'm mad about him. Like you gonna bring back him and Shelton Benjamin when they all old and shit, man.
Right.
All them damn years y'all could have had them. Like basically for 10 years they was gone.
They just selfish, man, and just ignorant. They don't want to pay them, man, and stuff like that. Whack is here. But yeah, I'm hoping MVP win the belt this time because you said you ain't been really watching Raw.
No, I only watch pay-per-views, tell you the truth.
Oh, I mean that's how I am too. But then like if I'm just chilling, I check out. I record it and skim through it like if my daughter's asleep. But they got the group now called the Hurt Group, and it's Bobby Lashley, MVP, and Shelton Benjamin. So it's 3 dudes. All of them got the belt right now. No. Bobby ain't got the belt right now.
What belt Shelton Benjamin got?
Shelton Benjamin got the 24/7 belt.
Yeah. Now, I was gonna say, man, I was like, they should put R-Truth in there too, but I guess they can't really. You can't make him turn. He gotta stay face.
Right. He
over. He over like a motherfucker. He don't even need no belt. All he got to do is come out there and do his thing. He go, man. That's why I was like, Yeah, he been over for a long time. He probably making them a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. And then they be doing all. I don't know if you seen they got the little, what is it called, battleground? That's what they do now.
Yeah, underground, raw
Underground.
underground.
So they got them, the Hurt Group. They be on there whooping everybody ass now.
But I was
So
like, man, that shit kind of remind me of Lucha Underground.
that's what it looked like. But yeah, I don't
Then
like what they
I
doing.
guess they was talking about. I don't know if you know Josh Barnett,
Josh Barnett.
UFC.
Yup.
Yeah, so you know Josh Barnett been like
He
wrestling
on
for a
Impact
while
and
too.
stuff, ain't he?
Yeah. But even before Impact, he got like he be on Japan. He announced in Japan. Then he had his own wrestling thing called he was doing with Game Changer Wrestling called Bloodsport. And it looked just like that damn Raw Underground shit. Like it didn't have no ropes. They basically took that shit from him. They took that shit from Josh Barnett. So if you look on Twitter and shit, one day people talking about that shit because it's kind of like you took Josh Barnett that shit and you took Lucha Underground. You kind of made
Put
your
it
own
together.
shit.
Shane McMahon, you dirty bad. Yeah, they corny as hell for that.
Yeah, I don't like when they be stealing people. Like especially that's why I like watching underground wrestling. Cause when they steal they shit, I know where it come from. Cause like you the average fan, you just it's cool, but nah, they stole that shit. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you something. So I've been watching, like, I've been hitting you up about the Impact matches and stuff. I was watching the other day. Where did the damn what is it, STF? Where did the STF move come from?
What you
You know
mean?
what I'm talking about? The little submission move that looked like the cross face, but they got the leg.
Yeah. Well, really, the first person that ever did that move, he was in NWA WCW. His name's Eric Watts.
Eric Watts. So that's where it originated from.
Yeah, he started. That shit was in the early 90s. That shit was like 92. Eric Watts is I don't know if you know. You see how you got WWE Network?
Yeah, I got it.
So you be seeing all that shit. It's called like Mid-South Wrestling, UFW.
Yeah, I never looked at none of it.
So all that is Mid-South Wrestling, and the promoter was called Bill Watts.
Oh, he died or something?
Let me look. He might be. His son's still alive.
Right.
No, he's still alive. He's 81 years old. But his son was Eric Watts. His son started that move, and I think they got it from some. I think that shit probably came from Japan though.
I was wondering last year because I heard it on everything, but then when I heard it on Impact, I was like, damn, I wonder if this is where that shit came from.
Eric Watts was in TNA for a while though too.
I think that's something.
Yeah, he did the STF. Yeah, that's what he was the first one I seen doing that move. But I think he probably got from somebody in Japan. To tell you the truth, because they still a lot of people moved to Japan because we didn't have no access to Japan back then in the 90s. Yeah.
Let me see what else. The Raw Tag Team Championships. It's the Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza.
You mean Crime Time? Shit.
Pretty much.
That shit would get me mad, man. I'll be like, man.
Dude remind me of D'Lo Brown though.
Yeah, I think D'Lo Impact.
He on there too?
Nah, he's like the agent.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm about to say, damn. So yeah, with that fight on, this card pretty boring. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. But I think Street Profits they probably lose this time. They done fought like 3 times in a row, so they probably dropped their belts. I know Buddy Dawkins just had a baby, his first child, so he might possibly be taking a little bit of time off.
Who?
Dawkins, of Street Profits. That's the bigger dude.
Oh yeah.
Montez, the tall one.
Oh yeah, the other one go with Bianca Belair.
Yeah, that's his wife.
I like her, man. But I be getting tired. I be like, I get mad because every time I see her fucking wrestle, she losing shit.
Until she goes to the main people.
In the combine, she winning all the fucking little shits in the combine. I'm like, man, y'all gotta use y'all fucking wrestlers right.
They don't know how to.
But now they were saying, I just looked it up. So they saying the originator of the step over, it's called step over toe hold face lock.
Oh, okay.
It was invented by Luthez. But then the popularized by Masahiro Chono. You know who Luthez was, right?
Who that?
Luthez basically kind of like the first original Kurt Angle.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he like the first fucking like wrestler. Like he, amateur background, all that shit. But he was like back in the day, he had the belt for a long time. They say he had the belt for 10 years.
Damn.
He's six-time NWA champion. But
10 years straight?
You say, let me see, combined.
Oh, I would say, God damn.
But he old school, but you probably gonna, I mean, I don't watch that old school wrestling like that, but I just look him up sometimes because a lot of times, like I was saying, they be doing their moves or that shit be coming from old people. We don't be knowing it. We think they originated that shit. So I like
that's
just
why I
knowing
was trying
about
to
the old
figure out.
wrestling.
Cause I didn't know like that. Just like with CM Punk move, the go to sleep, and then I seen the one dude on NXT, the younger guy, do it. The Japanese guy, I think.
That's his move. Yeah, he the one that started that move.
See, I had no idea. I thought that was CM Punk shit.
Yeah, so that's why I say I like watching that shit, you know, underground. I like watching. I don't know, that shit kind of like rap to me. That's why people be saying like, even rappers be saying, you know, wrestling and hip hop kind of the same. Mm-hmm. I just like knowing about the underground. I like knowing about them before they blow up and shit. So I like knowing about wrestling.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Let me see the next match: Seth Rollins and Dominic Mysterio. It's a street fight.
Oh, you already know who's gonna win that.
Seth gonna win that. Then both women belts on the line, and Asuka fighting the SmackDown belt and the Raw belt.
I forgot. Speaking of Dominique, man, you saw how Vicky Guerrero, she's an All Elite now.
Yeah, with the Rose lady.
Yeah,
the Rose dude. I mean.
Yeah, I know, right?
And I just found out that as a woman this whole time. I mean, a dude this whole time, like kind of like, damn, that's a big ass girl. And then when they started, I saw like a spoiler on it, and I was like, damn, I had no idea.
But they say, I guess they say it's like that shit's more common in like Mexico and like Japanese wrestling. It's like real common that it's like dudes wrestling like women and wrestling against the women and shit.
I ain't no judgment zone for me, man.
Only thing I get mad about, I'm like, man, okay, if you a dude, she kind of real sloppy. Mm-hmm. With her moves. So I'm like, man, you a dude, why you ain't hitting and you fighting women? Right. You should be able to do the moves a little bit better than you be doing. But she kind of remind me of the one in WWE, the same one that be hurting people all the time, the big girl.
Nia Jax.
Yeah, that's what they remind me of. They both do the same thing. But Nia Jax a woman, but I'm just saying, I just wonder why her moves ain't more.
Someone probably be too cautious and stuff like that. They be feeling like they could hurt them easy or some shit.
Yeah.
And end up overdoing it, some shit.
They got that. Yeah, but they wrestling. Yeah. Who else besides them?
We got Braun Strowman versus the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. I think this the time. This is when Bray gonna win the belt because this the third time they fought. So I think he about to pass that belt back to him. Cause what's her name? Alexa Bliss. Like her and Braun they done turned on each other and all that shit. So she pretty much teaming with Bray Wyatt now for a while.
You don't think that shit like, you know how wrestling be doing, so you don't think that shit like a double move she trying to do?
I don't know. Like I said, it just make more sense that like just going off based off how Vince set shit up. Like, oh, I'm gonna give you this match, I'm gonna give you this match, and then on this match, this one they gonna finally win it. I just don't see him losing 3 times. Bray Wyatt losing 3 times in a row. You feel me? So I don't know, man.
What Brock Lesnar at?
I think he done for.
He said he ain't wrestling right now, huh? He said fuck that.
He said he ain't doing shit, especially not to no damn empty spot like that. Like they been doing. He said hell no.
You got me fucked up.
For real. And then the last one is Drew McIntyre versus Orton, and I think Orton might win that belt back too.
Yeah, that's why I think I made a post on the Instagram. Yeah, I think it's his time to get. He ain't had the belt in a while. I think it's his time to get the belt.
Mm-hmm. And then
right. Especially right now, anyways. Like just right now, really, it don't really matter who got the belt. Tell you the truth. So it's like you might well just let him win the belt again because he got to get that. I think they're gonna have him break Ric Flair record.
Yeah.
So I'm saying he need another title anyway, so you might as well just give him this one.
Mm-hmm.
So how many he got right now? Like 14?
Yeah, I think he at 14. No, what is it? 16?
16?
Yeah. Him and Cena tied for 16.
Yeah, so it's about time him. Yeah, he getting old. So and then he just signed that deal. So it's like, why would you have him sign that deal and you don't give him a title ring?
Right. Yeah, that's what it's gonna go to.
He need the belt. Yeah, he need the belt. Fucking he got it. I know he's gonna break Ric Flair record.
Oh hell yeah.
Which I think he should, tell you the truth.
He need to, man. That shit been standing for too damn long. I thought Cena would have had it by now, but he been done with wrestling for some years now, really.
Yeah, I think he paid his dues. You know, they were saying he was a Marine.
You said what about him?
They were saying he was a Marine.
Man, fuck no.
Yeah, they say after graduating from high school in 1998, he enlisted in the Marines. At the base, he received a bad conduct discharge in '99 after going AWOL on 2 occasions. And
Are you talking about Randy Orton?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I found that out when I was in boot camp. If you know, he got the tattoo, the USMC, but he got the little he got it covered up with some tribal shit or something like that.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
Yeah, I remember that. And the last part I want to talk about with sports was I was telling you a minute ago about MJ Pops died in '93. He got murdered in '93 on the highway by 2 young dudes or whatever. Well, they both got sentenced to life in prison, but one of them is getting out on parole. He got approved for parole for 2023, and it's pretty much because he admitted to dumping the body with the dude, but he didn't see the shot or nothing like that. So they let him out 2023. So I just find that's crazy. I was just reading some shit on it. People talking about how, you know how social media is. Oh yeah, Jordan about to set him up and get him killed when he get out or some shit like that. But I said it's just crazy that he getting out at this time. But yeah,
how many years did he do?
You said what?
How many years did he do?
Was it 27? Yeah, he went in 90. He went in 93. That's 27. Yeah, 27 years. So pretty much do 30 years.
But I mean, I guess he had a good ass case. Cause I wouldn't believe no shit like that. Like how that sound? Like you with somebody, but you dumped the body, but you didn't do nothing else. Like
right. Like come on, man. Y'all probably set it up, or like I say, y'all know what the fuck was going on.
Then I was looking. I guess Orton has 13 title reigns. So yeah, he needs some more.
13.
Yeah, so he needs. I'm saying he got to win some more. He got to do 4 more reigns at least. So he got to win this one.
Mm-hmm. And then he was saying something like he dropped some facts the other day on wrestling where he was saying that the Rock and Stone Cold resume don't come up to his, and it really don't when you think about it, because they used to have that belt for a minute. Orton reign be short. Most of it should be like a couple of months, and then he'd give up the belt. You feel me? But so I just want to get into like a little quick news real quick, and it was about what's her name, Kamala Harris. She's running for vice president. She's going to be the vice president running with Joe Biden. And of course, they're going to be going against Trump. And I just wanted to see how you felt about it. Like I said, the shit I've been reading on it, it's one of those tough times again, when it's like tough being black again, because we've been in a situation where most feel like Donald Trump has been not a good president, and he showed like disrespect towards certain races and shit like that. But now you have a lady on the other side, the first black vice president to go against somebody, and now they bashing her too. Like she's not good enough because of something that happened in her past, like the way that whatever she's been involved with black people in the past. Like have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, actually I was talking to one of my homies, because I guess she been doing a lot of work out here in California, and he was saying like, I guess we gotta look at her history, but her track record as far as like black people and incarcerations and helping black people ain't that good.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays shit. I mean, like I said, it's the same shit, man. That's why it's like they be talking about make America great. Like when was it great for us? So it's really the same shit. Like what's the difference between Trump and Bush?
Right.
Trump and Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
Trump and the other Bush.
Right.
What's the difference? So, but then this shit with Trump kind of crazy. So maybe we might need to vote for Biden them just to get something that ain't so wild as fucking Trump. Because at least I know that shit can't be as bad as what it is now. Getting them.
Right. Exactly.
And if you go to jail, shit, I guess you don't do shit where you gotta go to jail. How about that?
Right. And then that's another thing. It's like, how can y'all? We can't, as black people, we can't sit up here and bash this black woman about her past and shit. Like if it was the other way around, like. If I was running for vice president, but Demetrius did this and did that back in the days and shit like that, just throwing dirt on your name, what that got to do with right now in the present? The shit I'm telling you that can be different, and y'all see what we going up against. Would
Well,
y'all rather y'all want to deal with that for 4 more years,
I guess
or do y'all want to move on?
I guess just for me to be the devil's advocate, reason I guess people always look at your history because history predicts the future.
Right.
So
Right.
like I'm saying, like Trump, we already seen Trump what he do. So whatever the fuck Trump tried to come say during this election, saying I'm gonna change, I'm gonna do this, we saw what the fuck he did for 4 years. So like, are we gonna say, oh no, let's give him another chance because he said he gonna do something new, or are you gonna look at his history these last 4 years? So that's all you gotta look at people's history, because shit, how they are is how they are. Like they ain't gonna change up just because they get a position. You know, shit, just like Marine Corps, man. Like most time, like how people are ain't just because you get this position, you gonna change. Right. However you was is how you was, you know.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess right now it's like shit. Like I said, we ain't got no choice. But I said, I don't like no dude talking about you ain't black if you ain't doing this. That's why
that
I don't.
Was corny. That wasn't even. He ain't meant to say that shit.
Yeah.
But he thought that was some cool shit. Then he tried to say it like in his black voice too.
And I'm not voting for Kanye.
You ain't black.
Yeah, I'm not voting for Kanye.
Nah, I know that. He a loose cannon, man. He's all fucked up. And then the last part, yeah, that's crazy. The last part I want to talk about, like as far as like with news, was Nick Cannon. A couple weeks ago, he said he was suing Viacom for 1.5 billion. You heard about that? Read anything of that?
Yeah, he ain't getting no money, man. He better chill. That's what I was saying.
You don't think he get that?
Huh?
You don't think he could get that much?
Hell no. Why?
Not from the show, from Wild Enough.
I'm saying, then he signed a contract. I'm pretty sure he signed a business contract for that show. He wasn't like he was just my whole thing with Nick Cannon, I was just like, well, I'm looking at it like, okay, you got this podcast, you a black man. You got all these businesses and the shit you doing, but you got this podcast and you got radical views on there. So I just thought he already owned Wild Now and all that shit. Like I swear I thought he owned that shit. I was like,
he did too.
The way he talking, I'm like, how can you can't talk like that and not own your shit, bro? Like it just one-on-one. Like you can't be working for NBC, MTV, VH1, Nickelodeon, and talking how you talking. Like that's why I'm like, man, he was tripping.
Yeah, so
I don't even know what he think was gonna happen. Like what he thought was gonna happen. Like you can't talk like that now. And then like I just thought like that's why I was like, man, that shit confusing, man, because you be having these people here talking all this black power, black empowerment, and then at the end of the day, you find out they don't even own that shit.
Right.
So it's like, man, you was talking all that shit, you talking all this shit, Nick Cannon's class, and you ain't owning your shit, but you talking to us and telling us what to do. Like you should have been on that. I swear, that's why I was like, damn, I thought that shit be like 20 years old, ain't it?
Shit,
he don't own it?
Or 10 or 20, something like that shit.
He could have been took that shit off VH1 or whatever that shit and been doing that shit on his own. Nobody told him to keep re-signing with them.
Yeah, he a fool for that, but I'm just
hoping
he
gets
some
type of
shit.
He don't own the name of it. He don't own that shit. What? I swear I thought he owned that shit already.
Hell yeah.
You couldn't tell me he didn't own that shit. I was surprised. I'm saying, especially when you on here talking how you talking, got all these black people. Like, even if he's not talking like that, like I said, he got Griff on there. He got that dude Riz on there. He got Tariq on there. So you got people on there that be saying crazy ass shit, but they all own their shit. So why would come on, man?
You gotta be smart as shit.
Yeah, some things, I mean, like, I be looking at it like, man, you can't say everything on the fucking podcast either, man. Like, just because you feel that way, I might feel a certain way, but I'm not, like, the way I really, really, really feel, I might not disclose that on here because that shit might, you don't know, you got to be kind of respectful of everybody else's views sometimes.
Yeah, true.
He like Kanye.
Yeah, he don't, that motherfucker don't give a damn.
You got to know, you got to look at, like, nigga, everybody listening, man, so you don't want to be saying no shit crazy. And that shit gonna haunt you fucking years from now.
Right. Cause you know they bring that shit back up.
Yeah.
So with some music that came out over this last week, I've been listening to a couple albums and shit. You heard any new music lately?
Shit, tell you the truth, man. Not really, man, cause shit, I just been listening to the people I've been interviewing.
Oh, just listen to that shit. That's
yeah, and then I was getting ready for this battle we doing. Like I said, we got the Hood Grammy right here.
Oh, okay. When is that?
It's on the 30th.
The 30th?
Yeah, this the one. We on our third one right now, but this is my homie Jack Boy Ski. He out here. He won the second one. So we
Okay.
gonna do the one with all the women on the
That's
coming
the
up
one
in
I
the
seen, the women one. That's what's up. I'm
yeah.
gonna tune into that one too.
Yeah, it should be. I don't know. We're gonna see, man. Like I said, I couldn't. I think a lot of the ones I was hitting up was a little nervous, man. But I got 8, so we'll see how it go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the only music I really heard, I think Raul posted a list up in the locker the other day. But I listened to I fuck with Young Dolph. So he dropped the album. What's a few songs he had off there? He got a song called Rich Slaves on there. One called Blue Diamonds. He got like a video to that. And then he got a song called Benz on there. But he got about, I want to say about 12, 15 songs. But Dolph just went on the rappers like going to the gym or getting on the highway. You can bang. He got them killer beats and all that shit. So I've been listening to that. And then
When he
Drake,
beat Gotti or something,
yeah.
they cool now. Or they still
You said
going?
with Yo Gotti?
Yeah, when they
Nah,
beefing,
he don't fuck with him. They don't fuck with each other.
when he
They just
signed
had
to
him
Yo
on the
Gotti or
Breakfast
something back
Club
in the
too.
day.
He what?
When he signed to Yo Gotti back in the day.
No, Gotti was trying to sign him, but he
Oh,
told Gotti like he wasn't trying. He was trying to be independent. So yeah, that's how that shit fell off. But him and Black Youngster just dissed him a couple days ago and shit. Like once he
this
dropped his
who?
album, I hear dissing him on that day or some shit.
Who this too?
Black Youngster dissed
This Young
Young
Dolph?
Dolph. Yeah,
Uh,
dog. And then Drake and Lil Durk, they got a song called you heard that Laugh Now Car Later song?
Not yet. I seen it. You talking about the one they dressed up like they from the '90s?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
battle.
yeah. That shit, I ain't see the video yet. I'm gonna check it out after this, but the song it's a banger, man. I feel like Drake one of them rapper. I won't say he undefeated. He done took a couple of L's, but most of the tracks he don't be missing on most of the tracks. Like I like R&B and I like rap, so I mean he do both, so I fuck with him still.
Yeah, I feel like I hated on last night 'cause I thought that Marvin's Room was a good pick.
Man, and I thought that was Raul's because I picked Marvin's Room. I fuck with that song.
That shit hard. I was like, man, I thought I was gonna kill him with that, but they like, oh, there ain't no R&B, whatever. That shit go.
And actually, I wanted to get into that next real quick, if you ain't mind.
Yeah,
That did you have a list of from what's the name?
Raul.
Yeah,
Yeah, let me go to the.
yeah. What we'll do is just say yeah, just do it how we did it in the battle. What song went against what song?
All right, yeah, I got my. Let me go to my list right quick.
Okay.
Yeah, he got my list right here. Yes, I barely won, man. I didn't think it was gonna be that, but he's come out with like hit songs. I didn't know he's gonna be doing like that. Yeah, so I think this is the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he swept me in the 70s. So he had Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On. And I played Rock With You, Michael Jackson, won. And then Loving You, Minnie Riperton. Then Teddy P, Love TKO, he won. And I was like, man, y'all don't like Loving You? Like, what the fuck?
Nah, it's
like
a
Mariah Carey
good
before Mariah Carey. Huh?
right. Damn high notes.
Yeah, I was like, damn, they ain't like that shit. I was like, man, I don't think they like the women singers, man. I think they just like men singers. That's why I was peeping out.
Right.
Then he played Jackson 5, Never Can Say Goodbye, and I played Denise Williams Free. So I was like, fuck, because my strategy was I ain't go with none but solo singers. He got groups and everything. So I was like, yeah, I got to think about that next time. But then the 80s, so it was a sweep, but one of his songs, I think Love TKO was the 80s.
Right.
So I ended up winning in one round. Yeah, then the 80s, I swept the 80s. He had Prince When Doves Cry. I had Sweet Love, Anita Baker. I won. He played Sade, Smooth Operator. I played Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing. I won. That's when I caught Twine trying to cheat for him. I caught his ass. He was trying. I was like, because he always be trying to say that shit anyway. Because he always be like, "Well, where Raul at? Where Raul at?" So I think they got like little inside shit they doing. Then he played Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, and I played Never Too Much by Luther Vandross, and I won that shit. I was surprised, but
yeah, that was a close one though.
But I was like, man, I said he should win though, cause like you going off like singing, like shit. Michael Jackson wasn't singing on that Billie Jean like Luther was singing on that Never Too Much. So
right.
Then for the 90s, shit. For 90s, he had Keith Sweat, Nobody. Then I had Aaliyah argue that somebody and I lost. I thought that was crazy. But you said Keith Sweat the GOAT.
No, I was just talking shit.
Man, I
That's
thought
what
you
I
was
came up off
gonna.
of was that Keep Sweat shit.
Yeah, I guess I played. So you don't think no Aaliyah song can be Keith Sweat?
Oh no, 1 in a Million with her. That's my shit.
Okay.
That shit is
Yeah,
fire.
I was just trying to. I was actually trying to do. It was actually what Blue was saying. I was trying to play. I wasn't trying to play just all slow shit. So let me throw something fast on.
But that or Let Me Know, was that
Yeah.
in '90s? Yeah, that's in the '90s.
And then
Yeah, I would have played either one of them.
Raul got me on this. He played R. Kelly. Seems like you ready. And I
Mm-hmm.
played You Made Me Wanna. I don't even know why I played that shit.
That Usher a banger though.
But shit, not against no R. Kelly.
No, not against Kills. You ain't too many that can go against that.
Then he played. I got him though, cause he played. Boy, he thought he got me on this one. This
Yeah.
one I was like, man, why he play that song? He played Boys and Men, End of the Road, and I played that Mary J. Blige. You Remind Me.
Yeah, it was over.
I already knew. I just like, man, you just hear that first beginning of that Mary J. Blige how she came in.
Mm-hmm.
Then he got me on this one. I think this was upset. So I played Drake's Marvin Room,
Mm-hmm.
and then he played Joe I Wanna Know. I thought Drake was gonna win that shit.
I did too, cause that Joe song. I mean, it's cool, but yeah, that Drake
The
song.
old man, they old. It's like older guys, and then they hating on Drake. Cause they're like, man, they like he ain't R&B. I'm like,
You know, that's why I ain't pick no Drake at all. Cause I was like, they ain't gonna vote for that anyway.
that shit was hard. And then I like that shit better than Joe, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't like, man, Joe ain't no nigga that take your girl. Joe, yeah, that nigga, I used to hate Joe. I be like, that nigga stay hating. I remember one video he came on to the girl, and he was like, oh, I ain't no hater or nothing, but he can't love you like me. I'm like, oh, this nigga right here.
Oh.
But then they had then the last one, the tiebreaker was he played R. Kelly, Ron Ozzy, Contagious, and I played R. Kelly, The Greatest Sex.
Right, yeah, that was a body bag right there.
Yeah, I know. I was over here smiling because I was like, he thought he had me.
Uh-huh.
I was like, man, you came with R. Kelly this little in the closet shit. You think he finna do some shit?
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna work.
I come with some singing. Though I was like, I already knew. I was like, man, I don't think Raul gonna be. Basically, like shit. I think I'm more R&B more than my damn rap. I'm older now. I listen to R&B, but now I learned like I don't know, man. It's kind of fun. It's kind of funny what kind of songs you got to pick. It's like you got to pick songs they like. It ain't what you like.
Right. No, with the R&B, I went off my shit, man. I went off songs that I could listen to every day. That's in my classic.
I forgot about that. Yeah, talk about yours.
Yeah, but I don't say like all the shit I played. I got like on Tidal where you can put your little collections and shit. Like I work out too. I put my classics on. I play all that shit. But let me see the first. So the '70s, I had "Float On" by the Floaters, and he played LTD Love Ballad, and that was the first song I was gonna actually pick. But I feel like I ain't know, man. I went with my favorite shit. You feel me? So I think he won that round. Then he played Kurt Mayfield, "Makings of You." I played Marvin Gaye, "Let's Get It On." I won that round. And then he played Shy Lights, "Ooh Girl."
Yeah, that shit was whack. I was like, he played those simple ass shit.
That was some boring shit. And I played that Earth, Wind, and Fire, "Reasons." So I went 2-1 out the '70s. Then with the '80s, he played "Girl Is Mine." That shit was funny. I couldn't believe he played that.
Yeah, well, what made you play that shit?
Yeah, he funny.
The worst Michael Jackson song out of any song.
Every MJ song out of that. And I killed him with Stevie Wonders on that one.
Yeah, which one you played?
All I Do.
Oh yeah. That shit.
Yeah. Then I played Confunction, Love Train. Wasn't nobody even fucking with that. It went against Anita, Rapture of Love. So
yeah, you fucking with Anita on that.
Yeah. And the last '80s and one I did was Gap Band, "Yearning for Love." Nah, he played that. And I had Ozzy Brothers, "Between the Sheets." And they was talking about that "Yearning for Your Love" couldn't nothing really match up with that.
I like that. I voted for that song, but shit, "Between the Sheets" a hit.
Yeah, that's a.
But I guess he hit up here talking about how he lost. Well, you lost. Shit.
Who that, Twine?
Yeah.
Every time he lose, he gonna say some shit.
You think he'll never supposed to lose?
For real. And then with the '90s, he played Tony Braxton's "Love Should Have Brought You Home." Was it "Love Should Have Brought You Home" last night or something?
And I knew that was him. I knew that was him because then he from Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Tony Braxton. That's where they from. So I knew that was
Oh
him.
shit.
Yeah,
I played that Tony Tone, lay your head on my
you
pillow.
won, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. And then I played Shy If I Ever Fall in Love. I should have did the acapella, but I like it with the beat
That's
better
what
too.
Bronte said. He said the wrong remix.
Yeah, I like it better with the beat. And he played D'Angelo Lady. So I was cool with losing that round anyway, because I know I had him next round. Well, at least I felt I had him next round. He played that Jodeci Stay, and then I played Jodeci Forever My Lady.
Yeah, I voted for my lady.
Yeah. And then the 2000s, he played Merry Go Round by Music, and then I played Music Love.
I played Love.
Yeah, that was dope right
I remember
there.
I was in the class, man. I was in college one time, and they was like, "Bring your favorite song in." I played that song.
That shit, had your ass watering up in 10
Yeah,
seconds. And then the last song, well, the tiebreaker would have been Usher, Can You Handle It versus R. Kelly, I Don't Mean It.
yeah,
So
I would have voted. Can you handle it?
yeah, I mean I fuck with it too. And then that Kill song, I just wanted to throw some R. Kelly song on there. So yeah, that was it for that battle and shit. Who got up next?
Oh, who going next? Hold on. He just tagged. Somebody should be going tomorrow or something. Let me look right quick.
Yeah, okay. So we just got a couple more things.
I guess he did it. I gotta find the post. He tagged it. Oh, here you
The
go.
Pete and somebody. Pete
I
and
think it's gonna be
Hyde.
Madre and Gibson and Pete and Hyde.
Mm.
Yeah, we gonna see what Hyde play. He talk a lot of shit.
Man, yeah, he talking good shit. I think Pete gonna lose though, cause he gonna talk even more shit.
Yeah, they be getting mad, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, man, cause I like that shit. How you don't say who do it? Cause I think they do be being biased.
You already know they do.
And he was like, why you can't say who doing it? I was like, why you need to know so we can talk about them? See, you already proved
That's all
the
they
point.
want to do and shit. They don't want to just listen to the damn track.
Yes, I think that's throwing them off the fact that they don't know who picked the song. I
they
like
be
it like that.
they be pissed when I win too. That should be funny.
Yeah, and I'm saying, yeah, they was hating. They be hating like that. They say if they know who do what song, then they'll make a difference. So I like it like this.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I just got a couple more, bro. One the segments I talk about is like we both got a military background and stuff. And I call this the based off a true story segment, and it's usually like a segment about like anytime, like anything in life. But I just want to talk about the military right now since we got that in common or whatever. But I was gonna talk about so my first duty station. I went to Okie. What was your first duty station?
Shit, my first and only duty station was Camp Pendleton.
Oh, so you was at Camp Hill the whole time?
Yeah, I just went to. I think I went to PA school like in Camp Johnson or something, and I
Oh
stayed out
yeah,
there.
that's my spot. I
Then
love
I
Camp
got
Hill.
out. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But you said what?
No, I just did my 3 years here and got out. My four
Yeah,
years
smooth
got out.
out. Okay. Yeah, so I just want to talk about like a funny moment for you, man. I was up in my first haircut up in Okie and shit. So my first haircut in Okinawa, they got it like in the PX they got it where I mean it's like that stateside too. Where it got like about 10 barbers up in there lined up and you gotta get the numbers shit.
Oh yeah, they gonna fuck your hair up anyway in the
It,
PX.
regardless. So like my first time in there and shit, I go in there and it's like I'm trying to think what rush hour was that when Chris Tucker went up in there and got like picking all the different women and shit.
Yeah, like
I,
2 or 3.
yeah, 2 or 3, but that's how it was over in Japan and shit, bro. So I go up in there to get my hair cut, and what I'm thinking was like looking from the outside the window, you see about 10 women up in there. So like pretty women, all of them around and shit. And it's like about 2 or 3 different dudes and shit. So I'm like with 4 or 5 of my boys and shit. We all go grab our numbers and shit. Everybody get to go get their hair cut. And I'm looking around, I'm like, damn, hopefully I get this one right here, or I want that one, like being greedy and shit. The whole time, man, everybody that got their seat and shit. I go to walk up to sit down, because over there they massage your shoulders, give you a head rub, and then cut your hair. Like they do all that and shit. So I'm geeked. I'm thinking I'm about to get me one of the cold women up in there. I go right up in there, man. They got this big fat Japanese dude. No disrespect to Japanese people, but big Japanese dude, man. He get the massaging the shit out of my shoulders. And like I couldn't even move. Like, God, I'm trying to get up. And I was like, it's just crazy that like out of 5 people, I get the damn one with the dude. Everybody, they shit on me for like a whole year just talking shit about me on that though. Talking about my haircut. I used to be getting them bootsy fades over there because they, like you were saying, they fuck up some haircuts quick.
Yeah, I got one of them. It's actually one of them little barbers right there, like kind of
Oh,
like
they got one
$5
up
cut.
there.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
be growing, but shit, I just get my shit bald, so they can't fuck that shit up.
Right. Shit, they'll
All
find
the
it.
barbershops, man, that shit closed right now, man.
Oh, y'all shit still closed?
Yeah, and the gym. But the only thing about it, they got, I think some of the barbershops, they trying to cut outside.
Uh-huh.
They got shades, but I ain't get my hair cut outside right now. It's too goddamn hot. I just wait.
Yeah, fuck
I be
that.
cutting my own. That was like I be saying anyway. I was like, man, I think you were saying like you were saying like what we could talk about, but I was saying we need to get some clippers, man. You can cut your own shit. It ain't that hard to cut your own shit.
No, it ain't.
You got some low shit, or you can by the time, especially now, it's like been a whole about 6 months. You can learn how to do some simple shit. Then just go them every now and then and get them to kind of fix it. Then just
Yeah.
go back, you know.
Now I used to cut my shit when I was about 19, 20, and then my first couple years in, I was cutting hair up in the barracks and everything. I just
Yeah.
stopped doing that shit, man. I just once I got out, I just got tired. I was like, I'd rather somebody cut my shit. And then my cousin, he a barber up in Indiana. So I always go to him, show love there and shit. So I just get my shit cut over there.
People acting like they about to die. I'm like, hey, that damn serious.
Yeah, it ain't that damn serious, man. So I
Well,
just want to ask you, what was one of your favorite moments of like your duty station, like one of your favorite moments and shit that stand out to you?
man, we used to go to Okie like every motherfucker. I mean, not Okie, you got me saying Okie. We used to go to TJ like every damn weekend, man.
Oh yeah,
So I got some stories about there, man. I was doing dumb shit out there too, man. I get hella drunk out there and just pass out inside of the club. I don't even know how the fuck I ain't dead. I'm like, man, how the fuck I ain't wake up with my motherfucking organs out of shit, man. But we used to
that's
go out there a lot of times. So, you know, all them memories just trying to cross the border. You hollering at going out there meeting girls, bitch from LA or fucking, you know, they don't never be from fucking the Campeones in that area. They
ever
always from a whole
two
nother
4 hours
place.
drive and shit.
Yeah, you be like, what the fuck I came out here for? But that shit used to be fun. I forgot the name of that club. I think it was like Revolution or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
That shit used to be live though. I used to like going there. And then I think one time we went to that little Papas and Beer one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the one where it's like the beach outside. It's like a beach club. Like it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
yeah, that shit was hard. I like that shit.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was cool, man. Then like shit, even just going to the clubs out here. I think just, you know, back then shit, you just young, wild, and free. You don't know no better, just doing dumbass shit. When you get older, you was like, man, I was doing all that stupid ass shit. But shit, I was smoking weed the whole time I was in. I just never popped.
Damn.
Yeah, I used to
I
know how
had a
to.
couple of higher ups doing that shit.
Man, I gotta give y'all. I give whoever listening to the game right now too. So I used to. I don't know. Maybe they testing it for that shit now, but I used to just buy nice and man, cause you know nice and you know like you take enough nice and you ever took nice and
Uh-uh.
yeah. So you take nice and you take enough of it, it give you a nice and flush. And that
Mm-hmm.
shit just start burning. So I think that's what clear your system out. And just drink a lot of water. But that's why I mean, right when I smoke, I just take some of them pills and start drinking hella water. And then you know like how the fucking 96 goes. So you know every time you come from 96, they're gonna test you when you come back. So
Mm-hmm.
I might just smoke on that Friday and
Right.
then just clean my shit out for the rest of the week. Or then even now they got them little drinks you can drink and everything. He's like, man. And then it was dumb in Marine Corps. It's like, man, how people pop on cocaine and cocaine don't stay in your system for like 6 hours. I ain't never did cocaine, but I'm just saying. No, I
Yeah.
did one time. But I'm just saying how that shit get in your system for 6 hours and you still popping on cocaine. I mean, you just did that shit right before you went to work.
Right. Yeah, some people just they weird on that shit, man. Like,
And
I
that
ain't
shit be
started
like,
smoking
man,
till I was 30, so
I just say right now in the military, man, we should be legal anyway.
right.
That shit should be for their pain and shit. They should let them niggas like, man, you let them niggas kill themselves, but they can't smoke no weed.
That
Shit,
shit.
can't drink, but they can go out there and kill for you. But you can't. They can't smoke no weed.
They
Can't
can't
drink.
smoke and
Yeah,
then
fuck
yeah, that
that.
alcohol. I think that alcohol is even worse, man. Cause that
I
shit make
know
you.
it is.
Yeah, it's 10 times worse shit.
I ain't never did no crazy shit on no weed. I do a lot of crazy. That's why I said I remember TJ, man. I be on the side of the road, fucking pass the fuck out, be black the fuck out, don't know what the fuck happened. I ain't do no shit like that with weed. So
Yeah, fuck that.
alcohol had you on some crazy shit, DUIs, all that crazy shit. Right?
But
You don't.
them was the worst times, cause that's
Can you smoke and drive?
Yeah, I'm cool. I couldn't at first. Like I said, I just started when I was 30. So like that first year, I'll smoke like an hour or two before I even get on
Like
the
get
highway.
paranoid, huh? You
Yeah,
get
it do, bro.
paranoid.
And then I'll be like, I ain't trying to sound weird or nothing, but I'll be driving and then it like music be in my head, and it's like I forget I'm even driving. And then like I'll blink hard and I'm like, damn, I'm still driving. Cause it's like an hour and a half drive back to my other crib.
What made you start smoking?
Man, I was just like when I turned 30, man, I did a lot of shit. I cut my hair bald. And it's just like me trying to cleanse myself and shit. I told myself I was done with alcohol. So I stopped drinking like after my birthday. And then, like I said, it was just I was working at Walmart here warehouse and just got around a couple of people, start hanging out with them and shit. And then it was like, yeah, I was like, man, like why y'all always happy and shit? It was like, shit, I just be smoking before I come up in here and shit. So I was like, fuck it, I'll try it. I was like, no, let me just try like an edible or something first. So the first time I smoked was really I just had one of them little Jolly Rancher ones. And that bitch, like, it blew the roof off my ass. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to smoke one time. And I smoked with my younger brother and shit. And like when I smoked the first time, it was like, this shit feel a lot better than being drunk. Like you feel me? I can be myself when I smoke and shit. But like when I drink, it just bring out like that. I want to fight and shit. Like bring out too much anger for me.
I said, you feel like you missing out, huh?
Man, for real. And then like ever since that day, now it's like I gotta smoke at least once a day. Shit, like it blow the edge off of you, and like I'll be cool. Like motherfucker try to
I
cuss me
said,
out or
when he's
something.
trying hard, you go. Oh, some people be like, oh, I don't do nothing. I'm like, niggas trying hard going through life with nothing. Nigga. You need something, shit.
For real.
I said,
Even like,
everybody got something they do. They ain't gonna say nothing. They got something. Cause if they ain't doing this, they on some pills. You on some powder. I'm saying everybody. You addicted to gambling. You addicted to
yes,
eat.
yeah, I ain't
You
doing none
addicted
of
to
that shit.
working out. Cause you got people,
Mm-hmm.
man. You got some people like they like take that working out shit overboard. That's like all they do. That shit ain't healthy either.
Hell no. I try to get up in there at least 2 or 3 times a week. I'm not doing no. I've never been the type to say I'm gonna do 5 or I'm gonna just do a whole week straight. Fuck that. If you could
Yeah.
tear some shit, you can mess up some shit.
Yeah, I think I'm just shit. I gotta get back on. I said, I should cut down right now.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
usually, I've been getting to boxing more than anything. Cause I was like, I just look at it like, what's the point of being in shape anyway? When you throw in your hands, you can't do shit. I look at it, I really just work on boxing.
I mean that shit. That's good cardio though.
Yeah, so
For real.
I'm all right with them hands.
Mm-hmm. But shit, we ain't really got to talk about the TV shows. You said you don't really watch the TV like that, do
Yeah,
you?
nah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we ain't gonna
Girl,
agree with
my
you. Man.
girl be on that shit. She be watching fucking anime all the time though.
See, my boys tell me I really want to see it, but I think it's called Baka or some shit.
Uh,
But it got Muhammad Ali on there, and
hmm.
they got Muhammad Ali Jr. I seen some videos on YouTube, and that shit was cool, but it's just like I can't really get into it like that.
I think the last shows I really watched like faithfully were the Boondocks, and then I was watching Black Jesus. That shit was funny.
See, I ain't really watched Black Jesus, but yeah, I
You ain't
watched
like
the
it?
Boondock and my boy Afro Samurai. I used to watch that shit up in Japan.
Yeah, you ain't like Black Jesus?
Nah, man, that shit was corny to me. It is some of the shit was funny, but then it's like it was corny to me in a way. But so I just wanted to wrap it up with I was gonna see if you had a top five, like a top five anything that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I was in my top 5 boxers.
Your top five boxers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who you got?
So I got 2 of the goats right there. I got Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Then you know who that dude is. You know who the other dude is?
Who's that? Johnson, Jackson,
Yeah,
Johnson,
Jack Johnson.
Jack
Yeah,
Johnson.
that
Yeah,
nigga was raw. He
them
was raw as fuck.
videos.
He was. I think he had developed in the early 19, like basically 100 years from now ago, like
Mm-hmm.
1912, 1910.
He was
And he
beating
was
them
dating,
boys senseless back then, wasn't
yeah, then he was dating all them white women. They was all hella mad.
he?
I think
Yeah.
he went to jail for. That's why they just pardoned him because he basically went to jail because he had a white woman in his car and he went cross country with her. Like he went to another state, so they arrested. That was illegal back in the day.
That
But
shit
he didn't give a
crazy.
fuck. He was like, I'm still gonna date white women. So he was dating white women, beating their ass. They having race riots. He used to cause race riots. They
That's
used to get mad when he win. They go hang a black person because he won. That's what he was doing. So
that's
him
brutal.
and then Tyson, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see, that's 4. Man, I used to like Hagler. I think Hagler got left out a little bit.
He did. He did.
Hagler. And then shit, I give it to Floyd, man. I like Floyd.
You like Floyd? I can't stand Floyd. I
Say
like the
Floyd.
old Floyd,
That's what I was just gonna
the
say. I
young
said,
Floyd.
no, I was gonna say Floyd reinvented himself to make this money because
Mm-hmm.
you got to remember he was coming out as pretty boy.
Mm-hmm.
But that nigga, like, man, it's like, you can't be saying you pretty boy, nigga. So it's like, he had to change that persona. He basically did like wrestlers. He turned to a heel. And he was trying to be a face on Pretty Boy Floyd. Look at my face on Pretty Boy Floyd. He turned that Money Mayweather. He started fighting all the Mexicans, all the other races.
Coming out with their shit on.
Yeah. So that shit ended up giving him money. So I like how I like now, like, you know, he owns some of that Premier Boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He
I
got
like
a lot of boxers on there too.
Yeah, you know he used to work with Jay Prince.
Oh, he did?
Man, Jay Prince had to run him down for his money though. He wasn't trying to pay Jay Prince, but Jay Prince got his money.
How much you was talking?
Huh?
How much was he talking?
Oh, a lot, because he was his manager.
Oh shit.
It was like right when you remember when they be talking about Floyd got out his deal, when they be talking about he was the top rank and he got out his deal.
Mm-hmm.
He got out his deal because Jay Prince helped him get out his deal. Because they say he bought his deal back.
Right.
He bought his deal back, which I guess Jay Prince helped him bought his deal back. But then he wasn't trying to pay Jay Prince, but Jay Prince, he got his money. He talked about it in that book. You never read that book?
You don't have to send me the let me know what that shit called.
It's called The Art and Science of Respect. It's on like Spotify or Apple, all that shit. Just
The
type
Art
in
of what?
The Art of Science and Respect. The Art of Science and Respect. But just type in Jay Prince, it's gonna come up. Jay Prince, it'll come up.
Okay.
He got it on Audible, all that shit. But he be talking about Drake. He talking about Ghetto Boys. He was talking about like he did boxing. He talking about a lot of shit. It's cool.
I'm gonna check that out. I'm trying to think. So who's my top five? My top five, I'll probably say Ali number one for me. I've always had Tyson number two. Bernard Hopkins my third favorite. Always just for him, like for him to do the prison time and shit and start boxing all late. I always respected that. And damn, trying to think of a welterweight. Who else was a welterweight that was pretty good? Sugar Ray Leonard. I'll probably say Sugar Ray. And then I watched the documentary Floyd Patterson. You ever see his fights?
Nah, I mean a little bit. I saw he had a jumping hook or something.
But he was a monster. Like they seemed like he was like the greatest thing back then.
It was acting like basically he was kind of like Tyson before Tyson.
Right.
Then Floyd Patterson, did he get trained by Customato too?
I don't know.
I think he might have got trained by Customato. Let me look it up while we keep talking.
I'm not sure. And then how many was that? That's three. Oh, my boy Joe Frazier. I had to put him on the list just because when I seen him beat Ali, that's when I knew Ali was like he is human. Because at first I think that was his first loss, wasn't it? Frazier beat Ali the first time. So yeah, that Frazier, Tyson, Ali, Bernard Hopkins, and what I said, Floyd Patterson. They must have said like six people. Shit. I'll probably say Sugar Ray. Yeah, Sugar Ray, my fifth one in.
Yeah, it looked like Floyd Patterson did come up with Customato. He got something with Customato because I'm looking his name up. He keeps saying Customato. So I think Customato was one of his early trainers or something.
Right.
I think the dude fight kind of like Tyson fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He do.
Yeah, because that's I think the old boy Customato, it's called a style. It's called peekaboo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The little shoulder roll shit.
Yeah, all that little shit they be doing, try to get inside, make you miss.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying too, man. Like Tyson used to win, but then I watch all Tyson fights. I used to be on some weird shit. I watch all Tyson fights, and I'd be like, man, how would I beat Tyson if I was fighting him? And then I watch all Floyd fights, and I'd be like, how would I beat Floyd? Right. I feel like Tyson, man, some of them dudes were just scared of him.
He put fear in them. Just
I'm saying, he was like,
the scare off.
Tyson, that's what I said too. People don't understand. Most of the Tyson fights, he was a smaller person.
He like 5'10" or some shit.
Yeah. So I think some of them people, man, you just gotta be on that shit. Like, don't be scared of them, just fight them. Mm-hmm. Like I think like Like Lennox Lewis shit. Lennox Lewis just getting his ass. Like he wasn't doing shit
Damn,
with Lennox Lewis.
pick him
Or like
apart.
Holyfield. Like once people just got like fuck all that shit and fight. I think like Razor Rudder kind of showed that shit too. And well, Buster Douglas was the first to show it. Once they got, and then I think even Mitch Green went to decision with him one time, but like the people just weren't scared of him.
Yeah, they is fighting his ass.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But
Because some of them people, I be like, with Tyson, I used to be, my whole thing was, why, if he's so short, why they couldn't just pop a jab and just, stay on the outside, don't let Tyson get in. But I think his whole thing was to get in, so you had to just fight that.
yeah, he is a moving target.
But I think Floyd would be the harder one to beat, man, because Floyd, his defense on point so hard.
He got one of the best defense. Yeah, I'd rather fight him anyway. I just push that motherfucker in the corner. But Tyson, you're gonna have to have some type of game plan for that one, for real. But so shit, we're gonna get up out of here. Before you do, I was gonna say, do you know any black owned businesses in your area?
Yeah, shit, mine.
So what's your business called?
Well,
how can people find you?
Well, you can find me, just go to PoPolitickin, PoPolitickin.com. Then also my other store is rapper t-shirts. So I sell a lot of like hip hop related t-shirts.
Okay.
And my girl, we got a candle shop we doing called Little Notes. So we sell like candles and like incense and shit like that.
Okay.
So I think that's you just had to hit me up if you're interested in that, and I'll send you the Etsy page. But yeah, we got candles and incense, man. Cause I be smoking all the time. I was like, shit, make my own shit instead of buying all this shit all the time.
Shit,
yeah, all pretty good.
Invest
I got some really good smells.
That's one of them that you just lit a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Okay. What else was it? All right, you said, what about any food spots down there? You know some black-owned food spots?
Yeah, actually one I used to go to, but they be acting a little shady, but I'm still gonna shout them out. It's called Felix Barbecue with Soul.
What they got there? What's their best man? What's their best?
It's kind of like, it's good, but it's kind of like, I don't know, if you from the South, it's like food I grew up on.
Right.
But other people, they're gonna be like, but it's like just basically like fried chicken, fried okra. I think they got fried pickles, fried catfish, cornbread. I really like they had some good cake like lime pie, like that lime cake, lime pie cake, something. That shit.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? It was basically kind of like traditional Southern food, but it ain't nothing like outside the box and nothing like that.
Okay, all right, that's what's up.
Then somebody got, I think they called. Man, let me look up my homie. It's one more I want to talk about right quick, but let me find it. Because this is in downtown San Diego. I ain't been there yet, but that shit look like it's popping.
All right.
It's called Breakfast Bitch.
Breakfast what?
Bitch.
Bitch?
Yeah. It's in downtown San Diego. They win awards and everything, but like shit, they got gumbo and grits for like shrimp and grits for Father's Day, shit like that. But I gotta go there, but since this shit been like this, I ain't been nowhere.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
I mean, shit, I tell you the truth, man, like what I like to eat the most, I like eating poke.
What is that?
Man, poke is basically like a sushi in a bowl. So it's like the rice, then you put salmon, a tuna, then you put seaweed, you put corn, you put avocado.
You eat some extremely healthy
crab, all that shit. But the sushi and the tuna should be raw.
Right.
I like that shit, man. You put garlic seeds on that shit called poke. That shit good.
I ain't know. That sounds too healthy for me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That shit but shit, one bowl be about $15. That shit good. I mean, that shit for like 5 years. That shit good as fuck. They might not have that shit out there though.
No, honestly, I don't think they got none. I mean, I go to the sushi spots and stuff out here, but
Well, you go look for extra. You go there. I'm saying if you like sushi, it ain't that far away from sushi. It's really like, I'm saying, just imagine eating sushi in a bowl. But I'm saying adding all the other shit on there. So it's kind of like a sushi salad bowl almost. You're gonna like it. If you go to any sushi place, they should be able to make poke.
Okay.
P-O-K-I? Yeah, poke.
P-O-K. P-O-K-I?
Yeah. P-O-K-I, yup. Yeah, you gonna have me watching Floyd Patterson. Only thing about them shits, man, I don't be want to watch no black and white shit.
I'd be cool with it. I just like seeing the knockouts and shit, like just seeing how they feet be planted or if they bouncing up there. I just look at like the science of boxing and shit. You feel me?
I just be wondering why they don't. I was like, they could just put that shit back in color now.
Yeah, they should be able to. Shit, they be doing it with the World War II movies and all that, don't
I
they?
know.
Hell yeah. But, all right. Well, yeah. Once again, I appreciate you for coming on the show, bro.
Yeah, we had a good conversation.
You said PoPolitickin.
Yeah.
Y'all can follow him on PoPolitickin on what is Instagram.
YouTube. That's the main one. I'm trying to
Yeah.
that YouTube.
Okay, so yeah, check him out on YouTube. Like I said, you can interview. Shit, I've seen what you got like 500, 600 episodes on there, I think.
Yeah, trying. I'm saying also go to just Two Black Brothers because we be doing a lot of the battles and stuff on there. DJ Period.
Yeah, shout out to them. Two black brothers, right? Two black brothers.
Two Black Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, and you said it's the women's tournament coming up, indie battle.
Yeah, you know we doing the locker one, the R&B locker one, but then we got the indie battle coming up on the 30th.
Okay, hell yeah. So y'all be tuned in for that. Once again, thank you for watching the We Are Woke podcast. Y'all catch me next week.